my phone rang. And when I answered it, it was Kojo Namdi, the journalist. And his words to me were, "What you doing?" I said, "Just here at home." He said, "You sitting or you standing?" I thought it rather strange. I said, "I'm actually lying in bed." He said, "Good." He said, "Boy, they just killed Walter."
The Prime Minister of Jamaica, a black man, he looks black anyway, he was approached with a request to let African history and an African language, Swahili, be taught in the schools. And he said, "No, we can't have any of that." He gave some reason, a curious reason, something about there being so many different races in Jamaica. Very curious. I mean, 95% of the people are black, but he can't teach an African language.
On a Sunday morning, there could be 200, 300 people just sitting around.
He was expelled from Jamaica because the intelligence services reported to their political bosses that he was conspiring with Rastafarians to attack tourists. And it was on that basis, in fact, that the Jamaican cabinet met in October 1968 and declared him persona non grata.
When Walter Rodney was banned from Jamaica in 1968, the Manleys were silent and they were complicit in the ban. And the Michael Manley, even when he was a radical, as a socialist, never lifted the ban from Walter Rodney.
We were accumulating weapons, we were accumulating equipment of various kinds. A certain amount of that was coming from the military. Whenever someone is about to make a gift to you of a Beretta, you can't send someone to collect it. This is what CLR, I think, was attempting to say.
What Burnham was hoping is that the anti-personnel bomb, because it was a walkie-talkie, that Walter would have somebody close to the whole part of his body, and it blew his head off, so he couldn't be identified, and they could have played a game which they had planned to play. That Walter and dead man, he must have gone to Africa. This man has run the country, even though we got his passport. I think, I think Burnham was so insensitive that was his scenario.
I have absolute faith in truth. The only eyewitness, the brother of the late Dr. Rodney, said that the car was parked. Said that they had obtained illegally a walkie-talkie and they were fiddling with it. Well, it's left to your prejudiceness as to whether you believe it's a walkie-talkie they were attempting to obtain. And then further, significantly, they were parked near the jail, Now, what complicity do we have in it?
But my position is that Walter's death is a political assassination, that Walter's death must be seen as something positive, and if the government wants to hold on to the body, they can bury themselves.
It's a mystery, Dr. Rodney.